Come on, guys. They finally updated Anime Fighters after a year. Man, I used to play this game so much, and I thought this game was dead once Direb just stopped updating it. But this man, Boss Studio, I swear his name looked familiar. There has to be another game he owns. But he picked up this game and has made it better, has improved some aspects, added some new mechanics. And yo, I'm so happy I can tap back in. But if you just like me and you just now getting back into the game, don't worry. I got you. This guide is going to show you how to progress efficiently and easily without wasting time. And I recommend you do this right now while the 5x event is going on, because after that, the method is still going to work. It's just its fruits of your effort isn't going to be as prevalent as if you wasn't in the 5x event. You know, you gotta start using big boy words. But y'all wasn't here for all them shenanigans and all that talk. Let's get into this video.
Yes, Pro. We've defined. Join one of today's hottest groups in an electrifying concert. New Kids on the Block. Hangin' Tough Live.
Alright, so when it comes to progressing in this game, it's actually very simple. You just gotta follow 3 rules. Do time trials, progress first, not like progress like build DPS, not just get to the last map, and try to build your teams small, then focus on the big things. So time trials, they give a whole variety of loot you will need. They give shards, time trial shards, and a whole bunch of yen. Yen is the most important thing in this game. As you can tell, it's the main currency. You're literally going to need it the most. If you're not AFK farming, do time trial shards. Do time trials. And also, time trial shards are used to get super boost, luck boost. They will give you damage boost, yen boost. You can also buff your shiny chances and stuff like that. It can also give you dungeon tokens and regular tokens. And another important thing, as I said, team building. Focus on team building once you're able to max open pretty often. And what I like to do is I want to actively focus on team building, because either way, the units on the lower maps, they're gonna do less damage no matter what. So you might as well use units from the highest maps or almost the highest maps to build your team. It's just like you're wasting time, because you're eventually gonna have to replace those teams. Because like if you have a dragon team, you're eventually gonna have to replace it, because you have to do damage in dungeons. So you might as well build a team once you're in a higher levels. And another thing, what people like to do is they like to try to build their teams as fast as possible. So like what they like to do is focus specifically on dragon only. Like I said, build your team slowly. Like even now, I still currently use double collector 3s, and that's because it's hard to come by dragon, a rare trait, not trait but passive. So you might as well focus, like, so you can still maximize that drop. You might as well try to focus on the lower ends of the passives, like collector 1, collector 2, lucky 1, lucky 2. You gotta focus on those, because any type of luck is better than no luck, and any type of drop is better than no drop. That's the rule you should live by when it comes to this game. You just gotta maximize as much as you can, but that's a little bit into how you're gonna start off the game. There's still more, and I'm gonna get into that, like to increase your DPS, small little buffs you could give your units, and the location of things. And yeah, let's get into that. Alright, so one way to increase your overall stats and your DPS is through limit breaking. Limit breaking is a go-to and is always a #1 used method for increasing your DPS. Limit breaking a unit makes it where not only can they hold 2 passives, but they can hold a lot more fruits when it comes to your talent machine. And if you don't know what talent machines are, I'm gonna explain in a little bit, but just so you know, it also increases the amount of fruits you can hold in the talent machine. So when you limit break, as I said, boost overall stats. And how this works is, for example, now you can hold 2 lucky 3 passives on 1 unit. So instead of getting a normal 0.3 buff, now you're getting a 0.6 buff, and this matters so much when you're out here playing this game. It's a dramatic difference, and especially since you can hold, was it 10? You can hold 10 units right now. That's an extra 3 luck. It's a massive difference in your stats. So always limit break your units. You can find your limit breakers in, I think it was Sorcerer's Empire and Icy Waste, or was it Icy Waters? It was one of those, Icy Waste or Icy Waters. And that's where you can limit break your units. You just need 3 shinies of either secret, divine, or mythic, and you good. Now you got your limitless, and you can do whatever you want with that. Alright, so next is talents. Talents are pretty much predetermined as soon as you pull the character. The good thing with talents is you can always change them. They aren't permanent. So to change them, you have to go to Destiny Island. Destiny Island will have a talent machine, and right there you use fruits based on what character you have. You have a mythic, use mythic fruits. If you have a divine, use divine fruits, stuff like that. These talents, they range from F to Z, Z being highest, and the only way to achieve Z is by limit breaking. This is why limit breaking is really busted too. So Z to C, or I think it's Z to F. I forgot the exact one. Your damage will nearly double if you give it a max talent. Max talent, it helps so much with DPS, and I recommend it the most. And this is why I tell y'all to build drop teams too, because if you want a high damaging character, it has to have a high talent, and talents are so easy to do. With my drop team, I easily get like hundreds of thousands of fruits per dungeon or per meteor. So you might as well build a drop team. But while we're on the subject, I'm going to finish off with a little bit of a crash course so y'all, because y'all should know a little bit about this. You got regular passives, Requiem passives, and shiny. So the difference between Requiem and regular, there's not really much of a damage difference, but a increased chance on rolling rare passives. So in the Requiem, it's a 3 times higher chance on rolling like secrets, mythic, stuff like that. And it's well displayed if you're out here. For example, I pulled 3 secret passives in way, compared to the hundreds of thousands of spins I put into a regular one, and I haven't gotten a single secret. It's way higher chance. It's way higher. And then shiny, you should already know about that. Shiny, you can find it in Chimera Jungle, and it's just to buff your units. It will literally double your units damage, and either way you're gonna have to shiny units if you want to limit break them. So shining a unit, it's like a 99.68 chance of passing on max. It used to be 100%, but they removed that, I guess. And low-key, that 0.6 be scaring me because that's still a chance of losing it. But yeah, that's just how it is. But that's just a simple crash course on it. And then finally, let's get on to the last part, dungeons. Dungeons. I've been gassing it up since this whole guide began. Dungeons, 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 dungeons. They will literally, everything come from dungeons. The only thing that don't come from dungeons is units and avatar coins. Besides that, everything comes from dungeons. You get shards, shiny potions, clone tokens, dungeon tokens, passive rerolls, Requiem passive rerolls. Everything. You even get fruits. You get shards. You get everything from here. And that's why you gotta focus a drop team. And also there's levels to it. There's small, medium, and large. I usually run large dungeons because that's it's easy still. It's the easiest and longest and guarantees the most loot. Sometimes you can get a lot of loot out of medium. I got lucky on this. This was a medium one, and I got four treasure rooms, but it gives so much loot. I got 400 reroll tokens out of this. Like 400. And then if you stack that, if I wanted to gamble like Trademark did, I could go to to the draw and try to get like, I don't know, 16, like 1.6k. But it's the best investment, and that's why you gotta focus draw before you focus luck. But anyways, that's the end of the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you learned something too. Hey, and if y'all need some help, or y'all want me just to record random games, because I'm trying to find some games to play, leave a like, subscribe, and leave it in the comments. Soon I'm gonna open a Discord server so that y'all could just blow up my Discord for it. But yeah, I'm gonna head out.